welcome to You Have Beauty Care Choices. I'm Jennifer Coy, the CEO of Beauty Care Choices, and I am here today with David Coy, our president.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So today we took a poll out with our audience, and we've been asking on all of our shows. I think today is our 6th show, I believe. We've been asking what you guys want to see. And it was really interesting to us that one of the biggest things all of our customers really wanted to see was either a tour of Beauty Care Choices or to know more about the company, how we started, why we started. So Dave and I just want to kind of give you a little tour of then and now. We started the company in 2004, so we are celebrating our 15th year.
15 years, that's remarkable.
Come March of this year, in just a month, we will be turning over 16 years, so big run.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah, it's been a good run.
It
sure.
has been a good run.
It feels good to have kept it going this long and grown as much as we have.
Absolutely. So, we, of course, have in the room with us today Tobin and Allie as our tech team. Thank you, guys.
Hi, Tobin. Hi, Allie.
And we're trying out a couple new things. We're going to have some pre-recorded video. So I'm going to give you a tour of our salon. You'll actually get to see what our facilities look like. We are located in Redding, California, actually Shasta Lake, which is a tiny bit north of Redding. And we have a 10,000 square foot facility here. A full working salon and warehouse, and our administration offices are all under one location. So we'll look forward to showing you guys that. But just to start us off, to kind of give you the time frame of what we're talking about then and now, I'm going to have Tobin pull up some family photos of Dave and I when we first started. And
oh my God, that's so crazy.
this was our first day. We launched the website and we did 13 orders and we were so excited.
June 2004.
So Tobe, I was actually talking about our family photos. Yes. So this kind of gives the time frame. This is how little our children were when we started in 2004, and this is our family just this last year. Our son graduated high school and has gone off to college, and our daughter is now a senior. So our kids are grown. Thanks, Tobe. So that really brings us to the reason we started Beauty Care Choices. Is Dave and I we had our son and we moved to a very small town here in Redding from living in Los Angeles and always being in the big city. One of the reasons I was interested, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Dave's background is in computers and we'll get into more of that. But one of the reasons I was interested in this company was when we moved to a small town, I didn't know how these people found beauty products. So that was kind of a kicker. But our main reason was we really wanted to be home with our kids.
Yeah, I mean, and we moved to Redding to spend time with the kids. I remember when we had Drake, we were living in Van Nuys, and what a scary place it was. It's like, I don't want to raise my kids here. Let's move to somewhere where we could have a good life with them. And Redding was an amazing place. Lots of camping, lots of hiking, lots of lakes, lots of mountains, lots of skiing, and so yeah, it was really great. But Jen had her concerns about living here because of what she just said. Mine were, what the heck am I going to do when I live? I'll talk about my background in a little bit, but yeah, I was a little scared. So it was a great opportunity for us to not only work together and spend time with the kids, but also a way to make a living.
Exactly, and we were absolutely able to do that. We never missed a game, we never missed an award show. We have focused the last 15 years on this business and our family. So we're very excited to have people joining us. Hi, Celine. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Joe. Karen. Thank you guys for joining us. We're very happy to have you. So let's lead into that. You have a long history of computers. Let's just give us a brief synopsis or a summary of what did you do prior to Beauty Care Choices?
Well, it's I try to be brief, but it's computers have been my entire life. I remember my dad was a school teacher. Both of my parents were teachers, but my dad, he just did everything. And one of the things that he was into was computers. I remember when I was probably 10, we bought this little Timex Sinclair computer It was like one of the very first personal computers, way before Apple's. It plugged into your TV. You could type on it, you could program in it, and if you wanted to save your programs, you had to hook up a cassette tape to it to save your programs. And then from there, my dad just stayed into computers, which was great. You know, he got into Apples when they came out, became the tech guru guy for the whole school district, and eventually started running the computer program for the schools. So we always had Apple computers around, and you know, I've just been in computers ever since. I can't ever think of a time when I wasn't into them, or I wasn't thinking that I would be into computers.
So give us a little bit of the background of what areas of computers have you worked in?
Well, I guess fast forward. You know, moving to LA right when I turned 18, I started going to school, computer science. Didn't really have know what I was going to do. But I do remember the very day that I got into the computer industry officially, and at that point, I've never looked back as to kind of what my job was going to be. Was when I was going to school, I was working graveyard shift at a gas station in Pacific Palisades, on the corner of Sunset Boulevard and PCH, and there was this guy, John Wilczak, that used to come in every morning in his Porsche on his way to work, get some coffee and fill up his tank. I needed a computer, and I knew he was in the computer business. I didn't really know what he did per se, but I was like, hey, John, you know, can you hook me up with a computer? I'm, you know, trying to go to school. And he's like, what are you doing working here? You know, come work for me. So I remember I go down to Robinson's May, I buy a really nice suit, tie, pants, jacket, and go interview. And I got my job, and I started working for him. And at that point, he was doing computer workstations for people doing desktop publishing. And ever since then, I was hooked. He got me traveling. I traveled all over the world for the company, did a lot of different things. The company actually started at that point making software programs to convert file types. So if you had one graphic and you want to convert it to another, which seems like a ridiculous thing these days, but way back when it wasn't. And so that was my job. I was a software producer. I would go in and make sure that the programmers were doing what they needed to do, what the writers were writing the manuals, and the graphic designers were creating the box and all of that. And I did that for many, many years, which actually led me to a really fun career that I had, was developing video games. And that's when I met Jen. I was working for a software video game company called Interplay down in Irvine, California. And it was doing the same thing, but just with video games. And you know, what a great industry, what a great business and job that was. Shortly after, I moved on and I went to work for a company called BizRate, and that was like really what got me into the internet. BizRate started off way back when. I remember one of our very big competitors back then was Amazon, and they were this little company, startup, selling books online. And I remember, you know, we would all shout and yell, it's like, oh yeah, Amazon's down there, you know. So it was kind of a interesting.
We still
time.
yay that.
Right.
Okay, so you've done software. I know you've done a lot of hardware stuff, because when we first moved up here to Redding, you were actually considering starting a computer maintenance type company. So he was traveling the world working in computers. We actually kind of took a step into Silicon Valley area and then moved north into Redding, and he was designing video games, but his secret desire was always to own a beauty company, right?
Yeah.
So that's really why we started Beauty Care Choices, so that Dave could fulfill his dreams.
You know, it was such a good synergy for us. So when we moved up here, you know, as we started, I didn't know what I was going to do when we moved up here. Redding's not a huge town, and definitely not a tech mecca.
Well, and then let me tell you, so I'll give you a little bit of my background. Yeah. I was working in Van Nuys at the Van Nuys Airport for a number of years. I started, one of my first jobs was working at an FBO, taking fuel orders for private jets. It's a fixed-based operation and filling jets. And then a guy walked in, Harry Thompson, my ended up being my boss, but he hired me from Millionaire and brought me into his maintenance company, where I ran a maintenance company, an aircraft sales department, and an aerobatics center. And so I was very immersed in aviation. I got my pilot's license and was going to college at the time, got a degree in English. And so if you can think about our careers, I'm in aviation, private jets. I ended up buying an aircraft charter company. Legendary Services was one of my first companies as an entrepreneur. And then I ended up with Legendary Services and Legend Hair Services. Very creative here. Two passions of mine, flying and fashion. The beauty and fashion industry has always been an interest of mine. But that's just not where life kind of took me up until this point. So I'm in private jets, charter, maintenance. Dave's in computer, high tech, and we moved to a small town, Redding, California. There's not much of an airport here.
And there's not much of a computer business here.
There wasn't back in the time. So if we talk about back in the day, when we launched Beauty Care Choices, we came together with, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, he knows computers, how do people find beauty products. Up at this point when we launched our business, I think we started with about 10 brands and maybe 100 products. We put the brands up and had no idea the resistance we would get on selling online. That just was not how the industry was ran back then.
Oh, you're so right. I remember actually having a meeting, I won't say who it was with, but one of those brands, and they're like, yeah, this internet thing, it's a fad. Go ahead.
The beauty industry wasn't quite sure that the internet would be around long enough to start this sales channel. So we were kind of working against the odds. Hi, Becky. Hi, Michelle. I'm trying to keep everybody, let us know you're here. Please tell us hello below. Tell us where you're from, where you're joining us from. We love this. This is what this show's about, is us getting to know our customers and all of our friends out there online. We're so glad you're here with us. So starting the resistance. We were facing the resistance.
Yeah.
And we would put a couple brands up, and then they would decide they didn't want to be sold online, and then we would put a few more brands up, and then slowly, but in 2004, if you can believe, it doesn't sound like that long ago. Well, it doesn't to us. Maybe some of you does.
Right.
Considering our daughter was born in 2002, right? Many companies didn't even have a website. They didn't have their own website. So we were starting this company, and we were getting our company rolling with having to take everyone's pictures, get copies of their logos, come up with some branding for online for them. We had to take all our own photos. We had...
it was a challenge. I mean, we had to do everything ourselves.
We had girls at desks with magnifying glasses with bottles typing ingredients in.
Can I ask Tobin bring up the old picture, because I want to show something? Bring
Yes.
up that picture of our garage again. This is the funniest thing, because if you look, there's a picture of our stroller with lights around it and a product in it.
That's our high-tech machine down below that we
Yeah.
started with. The
That was our
stroller
photo
and a
booth.
sheet over it and a product in it, and that was how we got the white background. We since have stepped up our game. You'll see later our photo machine, I think I call it out. But
you know what I love about that picture is it truly just shows it was a garage startup. That in our garage, and that was where we were taking pictures and shipping products. And
grassroots, it was me and my nannies entering ingredients, people helping us out of the house. Actually, this would be kind of a fun time to, do you want to tell the story of BCC 12 base?
Yeah.
So, have you moved to Michigan? Oh, I have moved to Michigan. You guys look great. Oh, Becky, thank you. Becky is a former employee of ours. I'm so glad you joined us. You're in Michigan. Brr. It's kind of cold here, too. Thanks for joining us, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
So, at one point, we were growing pretty quick. We launched in 13 orders. The first day, we knew right away we needed to have a salon and a facility. It was going to be really important to the brands that we work with, that we had a salon, that we were getting educated on the brands, that we were going to be representing the brands with integrity. And that quickly became the focus of our company. And that's kind of the foundation that we've rolled on all along, is we really have tried to provide accurate information out there to the customer. Ingredients were always really important to me. It took a lot of time and a lot of money to pay these people to type them up because they weren't available digitally at the time. So we spent a lot of time and money building our website back in the day when there wasn't all these canned programs that you can just kind of get a website together. Dave wrote our whole system, the background. He and some team members wrote a complete system. So we took a lot of pride in the information that we were putting out there. And about 2006, 2007, a lot more companies started coming on the market. By 2010, we were facing Amazon coming into the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And by 2012, we could see that our website was just being copied everywhere. And that was kind of back in the day when a lot of school teachers, Dave said his parents are school teachers, they would do this experiment with kids, and they would say, look, if you're gonna put something out on the internet and see how fast it gets shared. So they would say, share this and write where you're showing it, sharing it from, so that the kids could see how fast it spreads. Well, we could definitely tell there was some not very reputable companies starting, and they were copying all of our ingredients, and they were copying them wrong. So where the ingredients of a lotion would end up on a shampoo on their website. And we were just kind of worried about the accuracy, but then we were also kind of curious of how many people are really stealing our ingredients. And so Tobin came up with an idea to put a veil over the ingredients where they couldn't be copied. But then he also came up with a really interesting experiment that started as just a fun experiment, and it really honestly blew us away.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing was we put a secret ingredient on every one of our products at the very end. It was called BCC 12-base.
BCC 12-base.
So it was BCC because Beauty Co Choices.
Because I want 12, you guys to Google it. It's funny.
Dash 12 because that was the year that we did it, and I don't know what
2012, yeah. It was a made-up ingredient that Tobin came up with, and it was kind of an asterisk thing. So we tried to make it look like it really wasn't an ingredient, but if people were going to copy our ingredients, they would just quickly copy that too, and we would automatically know that those ingredients were the ingredients we typed up on our website.
Yeah, so we purposely, in the end, when we picked that ingredient, that word, that keyword, if you had searched for it, there was no listings for it. It was not found. So that was why it was okay, this is a good one to do.
Right. Yeah. So when we made up the ingredient, there were no searches for it out there. Fast forward 5 years later, even a year later, it was so crazy that it had its own Wikipedia page. It's now on the safe ingredients database. It's out on major manufacturers' websites. It is about, 26,000 results if you go out there and search it still to this day. And we've removed it from our website. But manufacturers who they create the products, they have on their website BCC 12-base for some of them. So it's kind of crazy, but that is really, honestly, it was a really fun experiment for us, and for us to recognize too how important it is for the accuracy of our website. And we were able to really train employees on how important it is to have accurate information out there, because a lot of people are reading it and some people are copying it, and we just wanted it to be accurate. I have some health issues, or had some health issues that I was dealing with. Certain ingredients were making me very ill. Back in the day when we first started, I tried every product. I was working in private jets, aviation, but also in television and film, and I just loved any new product that came on the market, the best products. I wanted to know about it. After I had kids, I got a lot more sensitive, and nowadays, this is why we've launched Clean Salon.
I was just going to say, it was such forward thinking on your part to actually be so diligent about the ingredients. I was probably, let's just get them up and sell them, but Jen's like, nope, we've got to do this right. We've got to make sure all the content's there, all the ingredients, and it's amazing, and it's such a blessing that we did, because as you say, we are now launching into Clean Salon because Jen has been so passionate about the ingredients and products that she's used for so many years.
Well, I knew I
think
couldn't be. Sorry.
Society is kind of coming around and saying, yeah, sulfates aren't great in products or whatever it is. Everybody has their own concerns.
Yeah, and I knew I couldn't be the only one out there that ingredients mattered to. And so that's why it was really important that we took the extra step to really put the ingredients out there. Which leads us to the point of how we built this company is connecting with brands and getting brand trust and building integrity, having the salon, bringing education in, training and working with beauty schools to train cosmetologists on how to refer products. Not all products work the same, so if you love a product for your hair doesn't mean it will work for your clients. Having cosmetologists answer our phones. We have all licensed people and always have had licensed people answering our phones.
Even when it was you.
You have beauty care choices. Yes, we've done every job in the company. Yes, nothing is beneath us for sure. And but that trust that we've built with these brands, there were some amazing forward-thinking brands that jumped on board with us and saw the vision of where it was coming. E-commerce has now boomed. Amazon has taken over. We've got all these big beauty chain stores now, which they weren't around when we started in 2004. Some of the beauty chain stores weren't actively out there. So we've been called the original disruptors.
We have.
And we like that.
Yeah.
We like that. We'll take that title. And we're still trying to stay ahead of the game. But this trust that we build with the manufacturers, they've always required us to have a salon here. And I think the salon really helps us stay up on current products. We just had Surface in the salon last week and did a class on the Awaken hair thinning class, but we try and bring in education once a month. So I know everybody would really like to see our salon.
Let me just say something.
Okay.
The salon to me has always kept me really connected to the business too. And I think everybody in it, when we have training, we bring everybody out to shipping staff, customer service, everybody.
That's a good point.
And it really just helps me keep me grounded in why we're doing this. That, beauty is an important thing. It really is. And personal care is important to everybody.
When we started, I'm joking, David didn't have a desire to own a beauty company, and he really, it was tough because he's used to selling video games, things that he knew about, things that he was interested in, and I knew beauty, I knew brands, he knew tech stuff, so we were a perfect marriage to say, but I think 15 years later, you know beauty.
I do know beauty, yes.
And I can hold my own in a tech conversation.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
We've come a long way on learning each other's roles to be able to support each other in the industry. And so...
yeah, it's sad when I'm talking to my mom about exfoliation.
Dave can recommend you a good exfoliator. That's one of his favorite words in the industry, exfoliation. So Tobin, why don't we launch into, let's give them a little tour of our salon and where we've grown. We started in a little 1,500 square foot building. We grew to a 5,000 square foot building. We're now in a 10,000 square foot building. So this is, and then we had another salon in a shopping center. So this is actually our 4th location. And let us give you a tour. Hi, and welcome to Beauty Care Choices. I'm going to give you a tour of our facility here in Shasta Lake, California. We are actually a full working salon in addition to our e-commerce website. So all of the products that you see on our website, we sell and use in our salon. We have makeup services, we have hair services, we have nail services, and also an esthetician room. All of the girls that answer our phones are licensed, either estheticians, cosmetologists, and we also have bilingual help available through our customer service line. In our esthetician room, we have someone that's doing the microblading, lash extensions. So we really try and stay current in all of the beauty trends today to be able to give you the best advice on products and how to use them. We also have education classes all the time in our salon, keeping all of our stylists current on the latest trends in products and the products that we're carrying, the brand lines that we carry, all of their new brands. So this is our salon. So that was our salon. We actually have 5 licensed stylists that work in the salon, in addition to our support staff, administration staff answering the phones. And then we have a nail techs, estheticians. So we stay pretty involved in the industry. I attend all of the hair shows, whether it be Cosmoprof, ISSC, the national beauty shows. I'm leaving Monday for Vegas to find another show. So we started with really wanting to bring on the biggest and the best. And just as the industry's evolved, I've really found a passion for indie brands because we're an indie company. And we really are a foundation for a new brand to get started, get kicked off. We have ways to connect them with social media, get them out in the hair show circuit, and be their kind of one-stop digital shop for new brands. So that's been really exciting, being able to find new brands, maybe first coming over into our country, into the United States, or just one that's been around but hasn't gotten enough attention. So we are bringing on new brands all the time and getting rid of brands that kind of don't sell well. But if you guys ever hear of a good brand, we love to hear that.
Especially clean brands.
Yes.
Yeah, we're really looking to clean up our catalog. How's that?
I like that little play.
And have brands that are supportive of, clean, healthy, but also that are, not testing on animals. That's a really important one to us. We're dog people, we're pet people, and we really care about animals, and so
we do.
It's important.
We do. And our daughter, you guys, some of you know Jane. She's been in some of our videos. She's home not feeling well today, but she is.
Hi, Jane. Feel better.
Everybody give Jane a feel better, Jane. Anyone on? But she's definitely a big driving force. She's done a lot of research on cruelty-free, and it is important. It's important to our whole industry. As is the sustainability. We're working with brands that are really forward-thinking in cleaning up their packaging, using a little less water, a little less plastics, and better ingredients, more quality ingredients. There's always different ingredients that you can use, cheaper versions and more expensive versions. It's kind of like your, different products that you put in foods, whether they're more organic, more clean. The cleaner products these days are sometimes more expensive, but that is what our customers seem to be looking for. So anything else on our salon that we missed? We've got a lot of great brands. We do have a storefront that people can come by.
Yeah, if you're ever driving down the 5 freeway, look left, that's us. Come in and stop in and say hi.
Here in Shasta Lake. So besides, like I said, cosmetologists in the salon, we also have a complete support staff. I think we started with 3 employees and we're close to 20 now. We kind of fluctuate. Social media has started a whole new division in our company that we need more support on. But let's roll the video of our support staff and our customer service call center. Hi, and welcome to our award-winning customer service call center. This is Celine. Celine, you met in the makeup video earlier. She actually handles a lot of our promotional mystery bags, and she also is our bilingual consultant on the phones. Over here we have Michelle. Say hi, Michelle. Hi. She's busy working on customer service, helping out our clients. She's a licensed cosmetologist, so if you have hair questions, a lot of times these questions will get directed to Michelle. And next we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth, say hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is our licensed esthetician, so if you have skincare questions, a lot of them would be directed to Elizabeth. And back here, this is Karen. Karen is our local designer. She is currently working on a Valentine's promotion, sneak peek. And she does all of our email designs, a lot of the pictures on the website, Karen's handling. along with, you guys all hear me talk about Tobin, who is once again behind the camera. So there's the phantom Tobin. Maybe we'll get him on camera someday. And here's our promotional mystery bag section and GWP section. These are the products, upcoming mystery bags, another quick sneak peek of what's coming up in mystery bags, as well as GWPs and other promotions we have. In this area, we have a lot of our technical support also through purchasing and receiving, as well as we have our photo machine for taking pictures that automatically pop up on the website. So all of our beautiful pictures are handled here by Chris, who is also working on a lot of our Google Analytics. Really high technical stuff going on here at Beauty Care Choices. So that is our support staff that was on, we actually kind of filmed a lot of this during lunch. So some of the staff was out, they were bummed they missed it. But you'll meet more of them later, but that's kind of how our company is evolving. We do try and handle a lot of our technical support in staff. So we have a designer, we have a developer, so that when we want to make changes and we want to go a different direction, or we want to create a promotion, something sparks us, we can really be passionate and just act on it.
Make it happen, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, Tobin, I would like to show where we're at. Well, maybe we should do the warehouse video first. I was going to say we have a video, or I'll show the before and afters from our 13 orders to kind of where we're at after Dave does his tour of the warehouse.
Hey everybody, welcome to our warehouse. This is an area that I take a lot of pride in our business. It's been an area that I've been managing for 15 years and have seen it grown from having one shelf when we very first started back in our salon to now managing over 250 brands and 15,000 products. So I'm just going to walk you through the process that we do here. It all kind of starts with receiving. We get all of our shipments in every day, and then we lay them out on the shelves, make sure that everything that we ordered we got. This is Stephen. He's one of the warehouse people back here that is just an integral part of the business. So let me walk you around and kind of show you some other pieces of the warehouse. As you can see, we have all the different racks. We have all of our brands laid out. Kind of looks like a retail store. We do that on purpose so that way when we're picking, it really keeps the errors down. We're able to find what we need and find it quickly and make sure that what we have for the order is in place. One of the things that we've taken a lot of pride on is in the process of shipping, we have a really low error rate. We have shipped over 1 million orders since we've been in business, and we've got the error rate down to about 1 in every 5,000 will have a problem. And occasionally those are from the carrier damage or something like that, but yeah, really good. This is another piece of the program that has been really successful is our free sample program. So whenever you're on our website and you get to the checkout process, you'll see a whole list of free samples. These are all what these are. The way the process works is, and how we keep the error rate so low, is that we actually have 3 people that process and work on every single order. One person will go and grab the products off the shelf and put them in the box. And then we have a separate people that will actually do the processing. They're on the computers, they'll check it out, send you your email confirmation, again, making sure that everything that you ordered is there and it's correct, it's not damaged. And then we have our final team down here that does all the packing, and so that's our third set of eyes, just verifying that what you order is what you get. Thank you for visiting BCC.
I can't believe how far our warehouse has come. It's growing, and we've actually almost outgrown the building that we're in, and currently looking to possibly even expand more.
We have outgrown it. That ship's gone. We are out of space, yeah. But it is funny because I remember the very first salon, I had a little office in the back, and we had a rack, and we had like 5 or 6 products on there at a time, and that was our warehouse.
Yeah, so we now have 250 brands and 15,000 different SKUs, not counting all of the samples and GWPs. just like in customer service and just like in the salon, our whole business is based off of integrity and doing things correctly. So it's really important to us. All of our packaging is biodegradable. And so I wanted to show you, a lot of people wonder, Tobe, we're gonna do our close-up now. A lot of people wonder with our poofies, we always say, oh, we're biodegradable. And they say, well, why do you have poofies? These are the poofies we've used since day one. For 15 years, we've used these poofies. And it's kind of risky because obviously if a shampoo bottle leaks, they can melt.
Oh, we're not gonna eat them?
We can eat them. I'll save one aside so that Dave can eat it for you. But they're actually made of vegetable starch. And so you can see, if you can just get your box once you're done opening it and you make sure all of your ingredients, all of your little samples, everything's out, you can just pour them down the sink. And they just melt away. So you can kind of see they are just dissolving completely, and it literally will just wash right down the sink. So that is how we stay sustainable here at Beauty Care Choices. Either the cardboard boxes, obviously recyclable plastics in our little red bags. If you buy something small, we try and put it in a red bag so it doesn't get lost, but even the red bags are recyclable. And the poofies, go ahead and eat it, Dave. I eat them. I don't know why Dave has a problem with it. Honestly, if you've ever had pirate's booty, get a little cheese on it. I always tell the guys in the warehouse, it gets a little sticky on your teeth, but it really does just dissolve in your mouth. It's all made vegetable starch. It's not very tasty. I'll just let you know.
Little plain.
It's a little bit dry. Give me just a sec. Take over for a minute, Dave.
But yeah, we have always been conscientious about making sure that we do things right, whether it be taking care of our customers, even when they're not the nicest to us.
To our staff.
Yeah, but you know, we have our phone number at the top of our website, because if you ever have a problem, call us. I guarantee you, call right now, somebody will answer the phone and somebody will help you out and take care of you. We've always made sure that we try to make our packaging sustainable, and just in every way possible, we try to run the business right. It hasn't always been the easiest path to try to grow business by being honest and doing things right, but it's what we do.
It is what we do, and it's actually how we've stayed in business so long, because we have the best customers. We honestly do. There's always those few that stand out. But for the most part, we know so much about your health history, about your families. We've been doing this for 15 years.
Horses.
And we know about your horses. Some people really love our products, even on their animals. We do carry the Paul Mitchell pet line. We are quite animal people.
We are.
But it is really important to us to say thank you. 15 years in business, we wouldn't be here without our wonderful customers, and that is what keeps us going and how we have gotten to 1 million orders. So looping back around to the then and now, here we are in 2004, our first day shipping in our garage, celebrating 13 orders. And then now here we are. We just took this picture yesterday in the warehouse. Over 250 brands. Well, I guess we cut a few, so down to 200 brands and 15,000 SKUs and over 1 million packages shipped.
It's been a ride.
It has been a great ride. It really has. And through the years, like we said, the biggest thing is establishing trust. And we are very proud of our awards that we've won. Tobin can put up all of our emblems. We are a member of the Forbes Business Council, and I'm a contributing writer to Forbes magazine. We have a Better Business rating of A+, which is hard to do.
With absolutely zero negative comments.
Zero negative comments in 16 years. We've won the BizRate Circle of Excellence Award.
The Platinum Award, I think this is our 7th year.
7 years, and this is out of all industries. So this isn't just the beauty industry. This is any industry out there that does e-commerce online. It does selling online e-commerce, this is the customer service award, meaning we do it right. So this is kind of the proof.
Right. It's based on customer service, shipping, fulfillment, basically every aspect of the process.
And then Google, I know we have over 5,000 reviews out there, at least, and maintain a 4.7 rating. And then Facebook, we also have quite a few reviews out there. We've had our Facebook at least for 10 years now. We have over 10,000 followers. But I think it just stands to, it just backs up what we say, is we really think it's important to do business with integrity. Becky's asking, do we give a cosmetologist discount? And absolutely, yes, we do. We give 20% off if you're a licensed cosmetologist. Call in. Our customer service team is trained to handle getting a copy of your license. And we definitely want to support our industry as well as our customers. And we know it's a lot of fun to try new products, and sometimes it's a lot for a salon to stock all of these type of products. So we love dealing with or working with cosmetologists and sharing what we learn on new brands. So outside of that, do we have anything else we need to share with everyone today?
I just want to say thanks for having me on. I was a little nervous coming on, but this was fun.
You did great.
Thanks.
This isn't Dave's thing. He's obviously
I'm more behind the computer on a keyboard. That's where my comfort zone is.
His strength is the techie back end, but you did wonderful, and
thanks.
I appreciate you coming on and being on with us. We have some really exciting shows coming up. We're partnering with a lot of different brands and manufacturers to bring you more education, more info on products. But this show goes to show you, we listen to what you have to say because we're doing the show that you requested. Dave and I are here. So if you have any questions, we do review the video after, and we would love to answer your questions after the show. So if you're watching this later and come up with questions for Dave and I, let us know. And have a great day.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.